of the day. I'm assuming we're on right now, so if we are on, let's give a shout out to Homestar Bank. Homestar Bank, been around for 70 years. Thanks for the coffee cup, Danielle. It's my prop today. Nonetheless, we got an exciting one coming your way today. Facebook Live, we got a good one for you. Indian Oaks Antique Mall is on the list for today. You guys drive by this place all the time. You see the sign. You see all the decorations outside. Things you just can't find anywhere else in the nation, you can find right here in Bourbonnais, Illinois, at the Indian Oaks Antique Mall. You got to come take a look around sometime. So next time you're driving down Larry Power Road, stop on by, and you're going to like what you see on the inside. You're going to get a tour of this place later on, so check it out and stick around for that.
Hey, let's talk about something else. If you guys don't know my name is Jim Kuckie. This is Mike Neumann. We're here live with Mike and Jim. Let's talk about something else you can't really find somewhere in the nation unless this guy is hosting a wrestling event or announcing a bodybuilding show. And it's Mike Neumann in a nice, crisp, black collar shirt. Usually you're going to see him in a Fit Body U t-shirt. You're either going to see him in a Fit Body U hoodie or you're going to see him in some sort of gym wear. And that's okay because that's his business. But we're not talking about his business today. We're talking about our special guest. I'm not going to name him just yet, but family-owned business of Indian Oaks Antique Mall. The place is awesome. Let me tell you that. I haven't been in this place in years, which means that I should be in here a little bit more because after walking around this place, there's an unbelievable amount of goodies, I would call them, antiques, something that's nostalgic, bring you back to your childhood. I can't wait for you to see the tour. But let's bring on our special guest right now. You think we're ready for him?
I don't think we're ready quite yet because we got to know a little bit more about him. He's actually a wrestling fan. That's one of the ways I know him. He's always sitting in the front row. He's just like a little kid out there. He's a wrestling fan, always yelling smack, talking smack. And there's a lot of you, if you went to the Nutcracker a couple of weeks ago, you may have seen this guy. He had a vital role in the party scene in the Nutcracker. So you've seen him on stage, and here he is live on Mike with Jim. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show for the first time, Damon Denoyer.
Hey, welcome to the show, man. Appreciate you coming out.
Thank you.
How awesome. You know, I'll be honest, I didn't know you were in the Nutcracker. I was watching that. Me and Maggie actually went.
Yeah, so thanks for taking the time.
2 times.
Thanks for taking the time to do this.
Yeah,
well, that's awesome.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
I always like to talk about how things got started off, like the very beginning. How was the seed planted? You know, it doesn't just fall in your lap. It has to be created. An idea. It has to start with an idea, and then it has to be, grown upon. So how did it get started here in Indian Oaks?
My father, Gary Denoyer, and my mother, Karen Denoyer, took an interest in antiques. They did local shows. They had a booth in a local antique store.
So it was a hobby.
Hobby.
Okay. If I stand up here a little bit more.
They both worked regular jobs, and one day decided to give this a go. And in August of '91, they started this business.
Okay, so before they started this business, it was already a hobby, and they were already doing it on the side, but it wasn't their full-time job.
Correct.
But in '91, they went into it. It wasn't full-time then. They gave up their jobs, and that worked out.
Initially, they kept their jobs. It was probably 2 years.
Yeah.
And then it kind of took on a life of its own,
Good.
and it required all their attention.
So they took the next level, but they didn't quit their day jobs. But
Right.
after 2 years, it didn't take long until they could.
Right.
So what I find interesting, too, and a lot of our audience, a lot of them watch this show because they want to learn how these businesses succeeded for so many years. We're talking 27 years for this place.
Yeah. Right.
And a lot of them are afraid to make that jump. And we just mentioned that, you know, it took about 2 years for them to feel the confidence, it sounds like, in the jump to make this a full-time gig. How long have you been full-time with the business?
I believe I've been full-time since about 95, 96.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. So 22 years.
Oh, wow. So you've been here the majority of the time?
For the most part,
What would you say as a business owner, since this is a family-owned business, you have a team of people helping you out. What are some of the biggest
great people,
Yeah, what are some of the biggest challenges you've had with keeping this place successful for so many years?
With this type of business, you got an 18,000 square foot building, and what you do is you rent. You rent.
I got lost in here earlier.
You rent booths to people, so you have to have quality people that will work the booth and find the merchandise, and then get it for a good price because you want to be able to sell it for a reasonable price. If you're not selling, you're not going to be in business. So I mean, the vendors or the dealers, as we call them, that's the key right there, is finding the people.
The good ones, and you have standards, and you can't just be anybody and everybody and come in here. I mean, you got to have a certain standard of. You wait till you see the stuff they have in here, some stuff you won't see anywhere else.
Right.
But do you ever have people just come in here wanting to, sell you something?
You do get people. Well, a little bit. I mean, you get people, but we try not to just take anything in the door.
Yeah.
So, we'll have a discussion with people about what they have. If we're interested, we'll try and give them a fair price. If we're not, we'll try and direct them what to do.
Yeah.
But, that's hit and miss. That's hit and miss.
So it's not exactly like American Pickers, but if
Right.
American Pickers came in here, they would find a lot of items that they would like to, maybe look at.
Right.
What you think, and wait
Yeah.
till you see the
Yeah, there's
items.
a lot of stuff.
Things I've never seen before, and then some.
Right.
Yeah, so if you
Right.
guys are just joining the stream, welcome to another and exciting Live with Mike and Jim. We're here with one of the owners of family-owned business, Indian Oaks Antique Mall, Damon Denoyer, and then also Mike Neumann and Jim Kuckie. If you guys aren't following us, follow us on our pages at Jim Kuckie and at Mike Neumann everywhere. Check out the YouTube channel and subscribe. And we'll get back into some questions here with Damon.
Yeah, I think Kankakee County thrives on small business. I think it's the backbone of the entire Kankakee County area, and not only small business, but even family-owned small business. And a lot of businesses, they come and go within just a few years. I'm only at 3.5 years myself, so I always want to learn what it takes to stay in business for 20, 30 years. So, David, what can you say? What's one of the main... customer service, I think, is a given because that's an obvious one. But outside of customer service, what do you think it takes to stay in business for as long as you have?
Well, you have to care about what you're doing.
Of course.
Okay.
Yeah.
So in this regard, with this business, we have to make sure we have quality dealers coming in.
Mm-hmm.
You want to make sure you got quality merchandise. You want to try and keep the prices reasonable. You want to try and treat people with respect. You want to, We've been here so long, we've got so many people that are regulars.
Yeah.
You almost form
That's
like
key.
a personal relationship with
Yeah.
a lot of these people, and also the dealers. In a weird way, it's business, but they also become part of your life. They're almost like your friends.
Yeah.
You want to go out of your way. You want to make the sale. You want to treat the customer right. I mean, that's the basic stuff, but that's what you need.
Can any dealer come in here as long as they're paying the price for the booth?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So as long,
Yeah.
So you don't turn. Okay. So you give them a shot, and it's like having your own shop in here. So if you're an antique dealer, you can have your own little shop on the side right here in Indian Oaks Antique Mall for a small fee. We're going to take you around and show you all these booths here in a little bit. What else you got for us, Jim?
Well, we already talked about a little bit around how long this place has been here, what it takes to keep this place successful and running and having inventory on the shelves. Damon, you've talked too about you got systems and processes and standards in place to continue to uphold the integrity of what you guys have created. Tell me a little bit about, and the people always love to know too, what do you do when you wake up? What time are you waking up? What are you putting in your cereal bowl? What's the day-to-day?
I'm married. My wife Stephanie. I've got 2 kids. So I get up at like 5 a.m.
Crack it down, yeah.
I start doing some things around the house, take care of the dogs. My daughter goes to upper grade center.
Okay.
She has to be there by 6:30. So I get myself ready, make sure her and my son are up, functioning.
Yeah.
I take her to school, then I usually come here. Just basic things like make sure the place is clean.
Okay.
Check, make sure I've got all my supplies. I go to the bank, I make the deposit, grab a cup of coffee.
Yeah.
Gotta have
How do you
coffee.
stay in touch with the dealers? Throughout the days, do you guys have? Are you doing phone calls? Are they coming in to you?
Well, what happens is the dealers are free to come and go when they want. When I see them generally is when they're bringing new merchandise in and stocking the booth. If I need to talk to somebody about, let's say you're interested in a dresser that's $250, you can say to me, what will dealer 40 do on this dresser? In that case, we'll call the vendor and say, hey, what can you do for this person?
Yeah.
And then it varies, from person to person as to how they choose to run their booth, so to speak. But, you're in touch with the dealers a lot of times through phone calls.
Now, would it be fair to say that the more dealers that you have with quality products, the better your business grows?
Oh, there's no doubt about it.
So if we have some audience people, we'll take a quick minute to recruit some people out of the
Recruit
audience.
some people.
If you guys are
Bring
finding
the
some
questions.
value in this content, here's what we ask. We ask for you to share the stream. And if you know somebody that's into antiques, take a minute and tag them on to the stream itself.
Yeah.
They got to check this place out. If they got inventory of themselves, they need to bring it in here and talk with them, because when you see the ability and the exposure that this place brings, you're really missing out.
Yeah.
I just have one more. So back before '95, you had no idea that the next 20-something years
Right.
was going to be involved
Right.
with Indian Oaks Antique Mall.
Right.
Did you how'd that? Because it was family owned, so it was just naturally you wanted to help out, or what made you fall into this?
Well, I went to ISU and I graduated, and when I got out of college, I worked at the Daily Journal in
cool.
advertising, and then I did advertising for a radio station.
Nice.
And just one thing led to another, and they needed help.
Mm-hmm.
And I was in between the radio station had gone out of business.
Yeah.
Which isn't a great thing. But anyway.
Probably should have fired the guy selling advertising.
Yeah, right. Right. No, you're right. And at that time, they asked me to help out, and one thing led to another, and I've been here ever since.
Okay, yeah, it's
Awesome.
just something.
Yeah.
I can see how you could
Awesome.
fall deep,
Yeah.
like, and stay interested in something like this because you never know what's going to come through that door next.
Right.
And that's
Instead of regrouping back, let's talk about some words of wisdom.
Words of
Our
wisdom.
audience, there's people that are on there that want to own their own business. There's some people that never want to own their own business, and there's people that have owned their own business for a year and 10 years. Would there be any words of wisdom that you would give to those people just around having a successful business?
Well, number one, you have to have an idea of the business.
Yeah.
In other words, I don't
That'd
know
be
anything
good.
about running a restaurant,
Me
so I
neither.
probably shouldn't start a restaurant tomorrow.
Stick
would
with
never
what you know.
attempt
That's
that.
good.
Stick with what you know.
Yeah, stick with what you know.
You know, financially have an idea of how you want to start it up. You don't want to start out over your head.
Yeah.
Understand.
That's good.
You have
Don't
to-
overextend yourself.
You have to invest the time. You
Yeah,
have to
time.
invest the time. And you can't do it yourself. You have to have great people with you. And even if it's not family owned, you run a business. If it's not, you still have to have people that you trust, that are dependable, that you can
Wow,
rely
that's
on.
great
These-
stuff.
I gotta be
Great
honest.
stuff. That's
Those-
4 good
those-
ones right there.
Those words of wisdom,
Yeah,
I think
right.
people overlook a lot of them. The time
Yeah.
that it takes.
Yeah.
Stick to
and
what you know.
You
Right.
can't do it yourself.
Right.
The solopreneurs that are out there, start getting people around you. Those
You
are
have,
awesome
you
words
have
of
to have
wisdom.
people with you.
Yeah, 'cause
Yeah.
I couldn't run a restaurant. There's no way I would even try. Even if I had all the money, I would never
No.
try to open a restaurant, but that's me. But some people have it in them, but not me, just like you do.
Yeah,
So the
right.
tour, you ready for the tour now?
I think we're ready for the tour.
Let's
I think
advance
our
with
audience
this
is ready
place.
for the
Take a
tour.
look
This
at
place
this
is going to be
place.
awesome.
Put this down.
If you got some time too, if you want to walk with
Sure.
us and
Sure.
any commentary would
Yeah.
be good.
Yeah.
Mike's always got a good commentary.
Actually, that's what we'll do. We'll follow you around, and you can just give us the tour until customers come in.
Okay.
So which way do you want to go?
All right. Let's go
Just-
this way. These are what the booths look like. They're predetermined in size. They pay a monthly fee. They stock it. Every item will have a tag. It'll have a booth number with a description. That's how we identify the booths according to the number.
Okay.
Okay.
So this, just to call out, this looks like an old barber or salon
That is.
shop.
That's out of
Right
an old
here.
barber shop, south side of Chicago, I believe.
Oh,
They
man,
got
that's
it in
neat.
an auction, and yeah, you get a lot of unique merchandise. And,
Unique.
You know, I mean,
There's
just
some
a
good
variety.
stuff.
I mean,
Give
you
you
know,
kind of a look at this place here.
Yeah, we'll give a slow tour. Because you
see
just
up top
keep
there
going.
how
I'm
far
going to
this
cover
place
this whole
goes.
store.
yeah, yeah. I mean, this is a gentleman here. He's from Kankakee, and he's been dealing in furniture for I think 35 years. I mean,
I'll take a look inside of this one here real quick. As somebody watching might see something they like and
Yeah.
come over here.
yeah.
Wow.
This is one of the more unique booths.
If you want to buy somebody a gift, I'll tell you what, if you buy them something from here, they're not going to ask for anything from here because they won't know to ask for it because you see things here you've just never seen before or thought of before. So come buy a gift at Indian Oaks Antique Mall if you want to really surprise somebody. I mean, this is where you come to buy gifts at right here. Nobody's going to ask for any of this stuff.
There's a large variety.
Yeah, you don't even know what to ask.
You don't even know what to ask for.
If you need to wash your shirt.
If you want to wash your shirt, come pick up one of those bad boys. If you see like an interesting item or something, point it out and tell us something about it. Like these old toy trucks. Oh boy, look at that! Like a Keebler Elf truck.
Yeah, those are more collectible.
You don't find. I like the collectibles.
the
you don't-
Tonka trucks are popular.
Yeah.
The old Tonka trucks. You get a lot of people that collect that type of thing. And we'll incorporate like these.
Howard Johnson's truck. Wow. Okay.
We'll incorporate, you know, some crafts where
Crafts.
they'll do a sign, paint signs, make things, and they'll incorporate it with like this booth. There's furniture, there's glassware, there's some crafts involved. This guy does great.
Who does?
All vinyl.
Oh.
The vinyl is huge now. Yeah. I mean, but a variety, I mean, everybody kind of has their own.
So these are all just a bunch of little shops, like antique dealers have their own business inside of your business.
Right, exactly. So this is an individual that rents this booth. The person to the left of them is a different person.
So this is one shop here?
Yes.
Wow, these are like, just having some of these shops alone by themselves in a town somewhere would be cool. And you get like, how many shops do you have total in here then?
Oh, there's probably over 150.
We got 150 of these little bitty shops, everybody with their own idea. 150 different ideas all under one roof.
As you can see, they're all different. This woman specializes in primitive.
Yeah, I see that.
Bowls.
You guys
rolling
want some
pins,
Christmas
socks.
decorations that nobody else in town has? Come get these.
Yep.
Don't go to Walmart and get what everybody else has.
Right.
Get what nobody else has. Here at Indian Oaks Antique Mall.
Furniture's probably the best seller.
Furniture's the best seller?
Yeah, probably furniture. We get a pretty good inventory of it.
Trying to give all of your dealers a little shout out here.
Yeah, I'm sure they appreciate that.
Well, we're going to get I don't know how many viewers. I'm not going to make a prediction right now, but I like this. This is interesting stuff right here to me.
Yeah, look at this radio.
Yeah.
Even the
Look at the radio, he says.
yeah.
All right. Oh, some of you remember these glasses from back in the day? Check those out. I had some of those. Look at the Pepsi sign, little Mickey Mouse clock.
Even more vinyl.
Where else are we going? Going back here now?
Yeah, we've got two sides to the mall.
Wheaties with Michael Jordan on it for $10.
Oh yeah, what a neat couch.
What a neat couch.
This red velvet couch is cool. It caught my eye.
Neat couch.
Cool looking
Yeah.
piece.
Yeah, I mean, there's so much stuff. Honestly, there's something for everybody. I mean,
Something for everybody. Yes, there is.
There really is. I mean, as you can see, each booth's kind of its own entity. So, there's some people that have a specialty item. We have one gentleman that focuses on stained glass. We have people, a lot of furniture.
This is Cole again back.
Notre Dame fans out there. Ah, Spuds McKenzie glasses and the Garfield glasses. I used to have those
Yeah, they all
Garfield
kinda
glasses.
do their own thing as far as how they design the booth.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm going to pick one of those up for my daughter before I leave today.
For all you people.
Get her a
that
Garfield
love
glass. She'll like that.
Star Wars is
Wow,
a popular
Star Wars
thing.
fans.
Yeah.
Oh man, if you guys have been driving by this place every single day, not even knowing what's in here, come look at this place. I'm gonna guarantee you'll find something you want for sure. I mean, how can you can't come in here and not buy at least
Someone
one
like
thing?
Greg
Even I'm
Coffee.
buying that Garfield glass.
Look at that.
Yeah. I mean, it's you can't just leave without finding something you want.
Right. Yeah.
Wow, this is yeah.
Oh, look at this old rock.
So many people run this place all together. I mean, I know you're here, but who else? How big is your staff, and who else runs it?
Wow. I mean, I'm here Monday through Friday. My father's here a couple days a week. My mom does a lot of the behind the scenes, the tedious stuff like the bookkeeping and that type of thing. We've got probably a dozen different individuals that also rent booths that give us a great help.
Wow.
Yeah. So
Okay.
probably a dozen people total. And there's a significant number of them that have been with us from almost the get-go, to be quite honest with you.
Wow, this
They're
place
kind
is
of
amazing.
invested, like sweat equity.
Yes. Yes. We've always got booths under construction.
Under
You've got
construction.
people,
Oh,
this
okay.
is a new gentleman that's moving in.
Okay.
So he's doing his own thing, painting.
So what is there's a time where people don't pay their dues each month, and you got to kick them out or anything
No,
like that?
that generally doesn't happen. But at some point, like anything, people decide they don't want to
Okay.
do this anymore,
Gotcha.
and then they give a notice. They give us a 30-day notice. They move on, and then what happens is that booth opens up, and then we rent that to a new person.
Gotcha.
Now, how do you get people to know about the new booth? being available?
You know what? To be perfectly honest with you, in all the years we've been here at this point, it's word of mouth. I'll get calls or people that stop in and we've got a book. We take names and numbers. But so you guys have walked one side. There's an entire section to the west.
So we're not going to
same
give
side.
out the whole farm on this tour. Basically what you're saying is we need to have these people come in here because what we just walked in this tour is half
Right.
of what
Right.
we...
Yeah, only half. So you got to come check out the other half.
Right.
I got to call the ex-wife back in case it's an emergency.
Yeah.
So don't want to keep her waiting.
Right.
But you guys got to come check this out. What time we got? Customers coming in yet?
Pretty soon, probably.
Oh,
What
yeah?
time is it?
I think we're good. So nonetheless, let me turn this bad boy around. Come check this place out. It's on Larry Power. Well, I'll give you a little tour outside real quick. We go outside so you know exactly where it's at.
7 days a week.
7 days a week. What are your hours here?
Monday through Thursday, 10 to 5.
Monday through Thursday, 10 to 5.
Friday, 10 to 8. We
Friday,
are
10 to 8.
Saturday, 10 to 5.
10 to 5.
Sunday, noon to 5.
Noon to 5. Okay, let's go outside real quick. Should probably put my jacket on, but I won't stay out here too long. Oh, it's locked. So here's what it looks like outside. You guys know exactly where this place is at, but when you're at the mall or going to Target or wherever on that side of town, you turn down Larry Power Road, and boom, here you see it, Indian Oaks Antique Mall, right down the road. It's fit by to you. That's where you'll see me at all day long. There's the tracks, so there you have it. So if you're on this side of town, you can't skip it. There's some cool stuff out here too you can take a look at.
All that stuff that's out here to check out as well.
Yeah, there's a big totem pole. You want a totem pole to put in your backyard.
Yeah.
But that's all she wrote. I think that's going to be the end of another episode of Live with Mike and Jim.
Thanks,
So
Jim.
thanks for watching. Tune in next week. Got more videos coming your way.
Thanks,